Welcome to this video on the 6 psychological habits that will determine your next 5 years. This guide explores the principles of the intentional mind. Have you ever looked back at a photo from 5 years ago and wondered if you've truly changed or just lived the same year 5 times? It is a common, uncomfortable realization when you notice that time moves, but your internal worries and fears remain the same. You cannot rewrite the last 5 years, but the next 5 have not happened yet. Instead of looking backward, focus forward. How would you like your life to look in 5 years? Calmer, more confident, or still growing? Habit 1 is to run small experiments. Stop relying on your imagination to predict failure. Instead, take small, actionable steps, like starting one conversation or watching one lesson to gather actual evidence. Habit 2 is to hold on to positive memories. Humans have an evolutionary negativity bias, but you can create a countermeasure. At the end of each day, simply ask yourself, what went well today? Habit 3 is to treat emotions like visitors, not bosses. Remember the rule of the wheel. Emotions can knock on the door, but they do not get to steer. You can feel anxious and still take action. Habit 4 is to prioritize the important over the urgent. While urgent tasks demand attention, important things like health and learning are quiet. Set aside time each day to water your important plant, because whatever you give your attention to grows. Habit 5 is to look for a second explanation. When your brain fills in missing information with negative stories, interrupt that thought. Ask yourself, what else could explain this? Flexible thinking reduces unnecessary worry. Habit 6 is to choose curiosity over certainty. Rigid thinking tries to force reality to match expectations, but curiosity keeps the mind young. Instead of assuming you know how things end, stay open to what you might discover. This table synthesizes the shift from the automatic mind to the intentional mind. By moving from predicting failure to running experiments, and from demanding certainty to remaining curious, you cultivate a new way of living. The missing piece is consistency. Information alone won't change your life. It is the daily application of these habits that matters. Here is how you can sustain them over the long term. Strategy 1 is to anchor your why. Don't just practice these habits for the sake of it. Practice them to build the specific life you want to be living in 5 years. When your reason is meaningful, the work becomes foundational. Strategy 2 is to make it ridiculously small. Your brain accepts tiny changes more easily than dramatic ones. Life-changing transformations often begin with actions that seem almost too small to matter. Finally, follow the hiking trail rule. If you slip back into old habits, don't view it as a total failure. You don't have to start from the beginning. Just step back onto the trail without guilt or self-criticism. Remember, small steps repeated over time quietly become the next 5 years of your life. Coming up next, we will explore how to truly enjoy being alone.